It's the end of the week, and that means we have a plethora of PlayStation 4 game trailers to go over. We've got a wide variety of trailers this week, with a lot of exciting titles, mostly Japanese titles, but a lot of great titles nonetheless, so let's get right into this. First up, we have AI, the Somnium Files reveal trailer. This is a game being done by Spike Chunsoft, and it's actually coming from the man that also did the Zero Escape franchise, and this title once again looks to be some sort of mystery game centering around a detective and a murder mystery. Game looks very interesting, and given the track record we have to work with, this could turn out to be something great. Check out the trailer. Next up, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance from the Ashes DLC gameplay demo. Kingdom Come Deliverance was one of the more anticipated games of 2018. It got a pretty positive reception. Outside of some technical shortcomings, I'd say the game turned out pretty well. And Warhorse Studios has done a really good job of keeping the game updated. And now we have the DLC pack in From the Ashes that's going to add even more depth to the gameplay. Here's the demo.
Some people have more patches and DLCs, some have less. Well, we definitely have more. And here's one of the new DLCs I've brought along today. The first DLC on our roadmap is From the Ashes. If we have a look at the map, we're in the middle of the forest, not far from Shibuya. If you remember, that's the place where there was the bandit camp, and where we had the boss fight against Runt in the church tower. Compared to then, the map now looks a little bit different. So this is what happens in the DLC. Lord Divish, the ruler of the area who gave you the title of bailiff, says, "Hey, you've done a great job. Now help me rebuild the village." As such, it's perhaps a little confusing to call this a DLC because that sounds like an extra that's added on separately. In the case of From the Ashes, it's much more like a huge extension to the vanilla game, the normal Kingdom Come, because it's integrated into the main quest. You simply arrive at this point naturally, thanks to the DLC, and play on from there. In From the Ashes, you earn bonuses by helping to rebuild the village, and these will help you later on, and there are lots more missions and gameplay, of course. Marius here explains to us how this all works. He tells us that manpower is costly, and that there's a chest that we're meant to fill with money. I'll just show you that quickly. Here's the chest, and this will be the site of our first town hall. But just to be clear, From the Ashes is not a city builder. It's not about deciding whether you want to build a tavern here or a bridge over there. Rather, it's like a finance management system. You tell Marius what you want him to build and when. These buildings will then generate money or cost you money. During the DLC, the challenge is to keep this in balance until you come to the point when the village generates income for you. As the game progresses, these slots are filled up, showing you all the buildings you've built. And this book here is basically your almanac, your doomsday book, which forms the basis of the whole DLC. On the left, we see an overview of the buildings we already have. A provisional town hall costs 75 groschen a day. The workers' quarters costs 25 groschen a day. Down here, we see a summary. That means every day at a specific time around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 100 groschen need to be in the chest. Otherwise, you have a problem. If you mess things up too much in the village or lose too much reputation, then Lord Divish, who gave you the village in the first place, can come and say, "Hey, Henry, not good." And then he takes away your title and your village, and you lose the DLC. As you can see, you can also develop various things. For instance, from a specific time, you can have your own alchemy table in the town hall, meaning you don't ever need to look for a laboratory elsewhere in the world, because you have your very own one in the village. And that's the whole point of the DLC. It's your own place, your home, your harbour, your place to go, the place you want to invest in. A few days later, the woodcutter is there, and that's our first building. New people come to the village. I've now reloaded a saved game. As we can see, things are a bit different now. This is what it looks like with an upgraded town hall. We've got a building with chickens here now, and that's the church when it's been completely developed. We hope that players will develop a strong connection to this village because it is indeed your place, your home, your church, your laboratory, your town hall, your swordsmith, and so forth. All the buildings you erect here will generate and produce unique things for you. Produce is perhaps the wrong word. Stables, for example, give you the possibility of buying new horses that you can't find anywhere else. We're now building a guard room. And a guard room is cool because it enables you to build a small arena to fight in, which is the only place in the entire game where you can train with all weapon types, even your bare fists. So, that's it. Our first DLC.
Next up, we have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night story trailer. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is one of my personal most anticipated games. Coming from Koji Igarashi of Castlevania fame, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night obviously has a similar look to it. It was a game help funded through Kickstarter, and now we are finally closing in on its release. Here is the story trailer.
In 1783, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. 10 years have passed, and mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. I knew what you are, Shardbinder. I am your executioner.
Chibo, tell me you didn't do this.
Join me, Miriam.
Next up, we've got Yakuza Kiwami 2's story trailer. Yakuza Kiwami 2 is gonna be just like Yakuza Kiwami in that it's completely remaking Yakuza 2. This game actually has a demo available right now on the PlayStation Store, so if you're not yet completely sold on it, and by the way, it is gonna take you a little bit more to sell you on this versus Yakuza Kiwami because it is coming to the market at $49.99 versus $29.99, so that is a little bit unfortunate. As I mentioned, check out the free demo on the PlayStation Store, and for now, check out the story trailer.
桐生さん、俺たちのために死んでくれ。頼む。誰だ。近江連合の合田会長の元へ。天下の登場会の組員として体張って合流会のカムロ町進行を食い止めようじゃねえか。 合田隆二、カムロ町に派手な花火がドカンと一発打ち上がるんです。何？これがお前の狙いは西と東の大戦争。 我々がその価値があるか試させてもらいますぜ。
本部内の全員連行や。初めてそう思った。
どんな結果であろうと俺が全てを受け止めてやる。本物の竜はどっちか決着つけようやないか。
Next up, we've got a pair of games coming back, and we have the Shenmue 1 and 2 Remaster release date trailer. Prior to the release of Shenmue 3, it is a great fact that Shenmue 1 and 2 are being remastered, Shenmue being a very story-driven game. How are you gonna expect gamers to jump back into Shenmue if we didn't even play Shenmue 1 and 2? But now we can with the Shenmue 1 and 2 Remaster Collection. As the release date trailer announces, the game will be coming on August 21st. For now, have a look at the trailer.
Be with you.
What are you waiting for?
Next up, we have Kill la Kill first gameplay trailer. Yes, Kill la Kill is making its transition into the video game realm, and the game itself looks really good. Even though it's a little bit late and past the peak of Kill la Kill's popularity, it is still a property that a lot of people are fond over, and the game itself looks to translate the anime very well. I'm not yet completely sold on the game, as Kill la Kill is an older IP, and I'm curious as how much they are actually investing into this game. But for now, the gameplay we've seen has looked really good. Check out the gameplay trailer for yourself.
あんたがこの学校で一番偉いんだって？だったら聞きたいことが。的井龍子と一角。なるほど。貴様的井一心の娘か。君いらねえ。ぶっ潰してやるよ。お前の五体操に並べてる野望やら能書きやら全部。カムイとは生命繊維とは何か。その全ての謎は私が知っている。お前と違って私は一人じゃない。私と鮮血の二人で戦ってるんだ。お前なんかに負けねえよ。キルラキルザ・ゲームリフ2019年。
And finally, we have another game coming from Spike Chunsoft, and that is 428 Shibuya Scramble, and we have its reveal trailer. Now, it's more of a Western localization trailer, because this game was actually released on the Nintendo Wii in Japan back in 2008. It was never localized, but get this fact, it actually received a perfect 40 out of 40 score by Japanese magazine Famitsu. It is one of 9 games to ever receive a perfect score, so that says something pretty strong. The trailer is a little bit zany, and it might be off-putting at first, but if you're into more Japanese style experiences, games like Persona, more story-driven games, and if you're familiar with the games that Spike Chunsoft puts out, this is gonna hit home with you. For now, check out the 428 Shibuya Scramble reveal trailer. So that concludes the best PS4 trailers this week. Again, a lot of Japanese titles this week, so if you're into Japanese games, a lot of these titles are going to be right up your alley. Let us know which trailers from this week you enjoyed the most and sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye.